Welcome back to Digital Chaos versus Fnatic here. This second game of the two-game series. Game 1 did, of course, go to DC, and in quite some fashion as well. I don't know if you agree with me, Lumi, but I think that was pretty much the best performance we've seen from DC at this LAN so far.
Well, it's like one of their 2 wins, so
yeah,
technically
I'm trying
you're
to be
right.
nice here, Lumi.
I'm trying to be
but
realistic.
It was good. It was actually pretty good. They actually played pretty well.
They actually played Dota.
It was good. It was looking up, and as we were looking at the standings, this game very important. So if DC win, Fnatic are going home.
Yep.
But if Fnatic win, DC are going home. This is all or nothing here for these two teams.
As excited as one could get about these 2 games. And Fnatic, you know, one of their wins, it was over Team Secret.
Yes.
That's a pretty big win, and they did it off the Black Invoker.
Wait, no, was it?
Yeah,
oh, well, yeah,
Team
Fnatic,
Secret.
sorry, yeah.
Yeah,
I thought you said DC. I was like, yeah, what?
Yeah.
I saw those games. They did not beat Secret,
yeah,
but
okay.
yeah, Fnatic.
Fnatic,
they
beat the Weeha Meeple with the Black Invoker.
Yes,
So,
and I mean Black's good on this. I think as the cast was saying before, it's not something that the team likes to draft from a lot, but he is very, very good on the hero, and obviously managed to get his way this time, and we'll see what he can do. I mean, do you feel like in the first game, say Black was playing on an Invoker instead of a Slark, would that have been, you know, is it the hero that can kind of deal with DC's play style, especially when they're picking up the Slardar again?
I didn't see how the draft came out, but at the very least, I don't like the Queen of Pain versus Invoker matchup here.
Yes.
So we might see Invoker actually going to the safe lane.
Okay.
And
yeah.
going for more of an EXP build, but we'll see how it goes out. I think it's very hard to say if... I think the Slark pick was fine. We thought the Slark actually did quite a bit. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to find the key pickoffs. And that was really no fault of Black's, that's just DC playing well.
5 seconds remaining.
So I think the Slark pick was okay in that game.
Okay.
But this game, we'll see how the Invoker does.
Reserve time.
I mean, if you're on the side of DC, what do you have to be most aware about when there's an Invoker picked up this early? Is there anything you can do in terms of drafting around it and kind of punishing the Invoker pick and dealing with it?
Well, Invoker, the weakness is his laning. He doesn't have a ton of base damage, and he really needs like level 4 or 5-ish to begin doing some work. And in that sense, you could treat him as a very gankable mid. So, for example, you could pick aggressive roamers. For example, Spirit Breaker comes to mind. Although one thing you do have to worry about Spirit Breaker is that as you're charging in, he can cancel your charge with a cold snap. But the trend goes is you pick aggressive roamers and you get him early.
Yeah, I mean, so far, with the Slardar, Bulba, almost certainly going to be playing that one again. You have got that going on, and the fact they're going to be running this Quap as well. We're seeing a lot of strong Queen performances across the tournament. We'll see if DC are able to step it up with their own, and we're actually going to see Skyraf made. So one of those heroes that's sometimes picked up against the Wyvern,
yes.
A direct counter to the Cold Embrace with that huge magical nuke damage of the Mystic Flare. But at the same time, I guess the Silence fairly good at kind of ganking and catching out the Invoker. Yeah,
Invoker, you know, preventing Tusk from rolling away, from Tusk dropping some spells. But more importantly, Ali just really likes this hero. In fact, when he was on EG, I think EG really only picked it because Ali is really proficient with the hero. So they pick it up. The hero is not without weakness. He has 0 armor. He's extremely squishy, and he doesn't counter push well, for example. So
really squishy is not something you want to be when there's a Sven in the game.
Yep. Well, you know, it's not so bad because Sven, a lot of his physical survivability is in his armor. Skyrap does not care about that offensively.
But when he gets his BKB,
that is true. Yeah,
he's just going to make a beeline straight for the Skyraf and a couple of fell swoops with the God Strength on, and that Skyraf's dying every time in these fights.
Yeah, I think the bigger problem right now, Fnatic has amazing defensive heroes. We talked about the Warcry giving plus 20 armor, the Cold Embrace healing people up, this Husk Snowball picking people up, and you know, getting out of harm's way. So I feel like Digital Chaos, they have to win the fights kind of lopsidedly to have a chance in kind of small scale skirmishes. Earthshaker being picked up as well.
I like this. I mean, again, going off the back of what you said, how do you punish the Invoker? You gank him. Shaker, he's going to be able to obviously offer to that. And just having the roaming combination of Shaker, Skyraf is something already that I'm sure Black's going to be pretty scared of if he is going to end up in the mid lane, which, yeah, with the Sven pickup, it does look like that is going to be the case. So he's going to be have to be very careful. Obviously, with the Wyvern, there's a high chance we'll see Wyvern just hang around the mid in order to try and save Invoker from the proceeds of Shaker and Mage going in. But DC do have the tools to play this one pretty nicely and come out on top in terms of the laning stage.
Yeah. The one thing that DC has to also worry about is that during the mid game, there's a ton of AoE spells from Fnatic. Like Ice Shards into EMP Tornado, that could be pretty hard to deal with. Of course, Storm Hammer, hard to avoid if you're kind of the slower support heroes like Earthshaker. So we'll see how it goes. I imagine this is going to be the Boba Slaughter in the offlane again?
I'd imagine it will be again. I mean,
Yeah.
he played it pretty well in the last game. He had a bit of a slow... well, he got a good timing on the blink and the BKB, and then his farm
10
slowed down because
seconds
he was
remaining.
desperately looking for kills, but in the long run that worked out. It didn't matter that he didn't really have anything
5
else on top. All they
seconds
needed was his crush to set things up, to interrupt the team fight potential of Fnatic, and yeah, I'd like to see Bulb on the
Reserve
Slardar again. I
time.
think it seems to be really strong in that position. We see obviously Misery playing a lot for Secret as well on that lane. It's a good hero to have when you do get a decent blink timing because he's just incredibly volatile. And well, the final ban from DC going to be that clockwork here. So assuming it's going to be a Tusk support, so it's probably going to be Net anyway, playing the Tusk again as it is kind of his hero.
Yeah. The thing about Slaughter this game is I think he could actually be active even without the Blink Dagger because you have the long range setup of the Earthshaker Fissure. So Fissure, you sprint, you walk in, you crush, and then you have the Skywrath Mage damage to actually get some kills. So sure, the Blink will be absolutely nice, but look towards Boba being aggressive even without the Blink.
10 seconds remaining.
Of course, we're looking at the pickup here for...
5 seconds remaining.
Well, actually, is it a offlane or is it a support? Because Tusk could be offlane here. DJ is very good with the hero.
Reserve time.
It could be. I mean, they do have the flexibility to switch around. Obviously, DC worried more that they are yet to pick the offlaner, but you could be right. They could very well look to put Tusk on the offlane if they wanted to just play against what DC are predicting from the side.
Actually, Brood is still in the pool. Brood is really good against Skywrath Mage because, well, you have 0 armor. Spiders are really good against you. Earthshaker makes it a little sketchy, and of course DC hasn't picked their last core yet, so that could be a little dicey as well.
Oh, Fnatic. Gonna go with the Disruptor. So it looks like it will be the Tusk offlane.
Dire team
So not what
hit.
DC necessarily expected. I mean, either way, they could have still swapped it around, and they just didn't want to have to deal with a clock. But having a Disruptor as well in this lineup, obviously going to be fairly nice against heroes like the Quap. The chase potential is going to be there.
Yeah.
And also just having that kind of AoE crowd control to set up for the Sven to then come in with the follow-up, or even with the lead-in, you know, good multi-man Stormhammer into a kinetic field, just allowing Sven to get close and personal, and get the cleave damage in. They've certainly started to build the wombo combo here with Fnatic, you know, throwing an Invoker, Winter's Curse. They've got the power here. DC though, they've got a lot of chase down. They've got a lot of team fight themselves with the Echo Slam Crush setup, and Crop to jump in with a Sonic Wave. I like the Disruptor pick here from Fnatic.
I feel like DC needs somebody really tanky in the front line. Something like a Wraith King, but Wraith King obviously will get owned by EMP Tornado if Invoker is going for the that build. But my point stands in the sense that they need somebody in the front line that could kind of take a lot of punishment and not let Fnatic set up whatever AoE they want. Because a perfect Fnatic fight is something like an Ishar Stormhammer into Invoker spells, a Wyvern Curse on top. It's just really hard to position yourself against all of these massive AoE spells. Another way you could go is just circumvent everything and drop a global silence, like a Illidan silencer on the carry row. Digital Chaos, kind of thinking about their last pick, they still have quite a bit of flexibility. Fnatic's strongest timing is during their mid game, about 15 to 25 minutes in, and DC could kind of circumvent this by going early, going later. We'll see what they think.
So look, I mean, do they go for that Bristle again here for TC? I mean, they've got the Slardar, you know, they've got the synergy with the Amplify.
I think Bristle will have slightly harder game.
Okay.
Because his Quill Spray won't be doing that much damage, because considering that Sven's going to give everybody plus 20.
Yes, that is true, yeah. The armor's going to be...
And then you have Cold Embrace, and also his... they're going to be seeing a Juggernaut, which is actually pretty interesting. I mean, are they going to go for a pushing strat? That's really what Juggernaut's picked for nowadays. The healing ward's pretty amazing, but I think they're looking for a carry that could dodge a couple of stuns with the Blade Fairy. And of course, give you some insane mid-game damage with the Omni Slash.
Yeah.
This pick doesn't really like wow me or anything. It's just like it's okay.
It's got the ability to kind of dodge what Fnatic have, but at the same time, you're going to be Omni Slashing into a team that does have a high on that Wyvern. And with the Cold Embrace, you know, the Omni Slash counter is going to be there each and every time of the team fights, potentially.
Right.
So, I don't know, we'll have to see what TC can do with it, but as you said, go for that potential push strat. If they get a good time on the Bulba Blink, and Usher's able to be pretty mobile around the map, if DC get that early footing in the game, they'll be able to continue that momentum quite nicely.
Yeah, this game comes down to the supports for both sides. It depends if, for example, Birio on the Earthshaker gets good roams off, if, Aoi could get those early clutch silence, Or on the other side, looking at Net and Ohio, if they could get their own roams on. The cores, they're all X factors, and they will do well or not well, depending if the roams are good on the team. So 2 supports are the key heroes, the key players.
Oh, and in terms of the lanes, it looks pretty much to be what we expected, coming from both sides with the heroes that they picked up. Looks like it will, of course, be Black in that mid lane and Mushi on the safe lane. So Black in the mid lane, of course, will be going up against Ush's Quap. I mean, you're saying yourself you didn't really favour the Invoker too much against a Queen in the mid?
At least not for the first 2 level. Looks like he's going to be going for the Exhort build. And once you level up your Fire Orbs, you know, past 2-3 points, you should be fine. I say he's going for the Exhort build. It still could change depending how he feels.
Now let's have a look. So ladies and gentlemen, this is game 2 here between Fnatic and Digital Chaos. And this game, as we've been saying, all or nothing for both teams. You lose this game, you're out of the tournament. You'll finish bottom of the group stages. You won't be making it through to the playoffs at the real LAN that will kick off tomorrow. You win this though, you do secure your position. So both teams are going to be giving it their all, and these are the drafts that they wish to take to this final fight. And I'm interested to see who does come out on top. But I mean, for yourself, Lumi, is there a draft that kind of glares out to you and says this is the better lineup for this match?
I like Fnatic's lineup much more. They have so much more AoE to work with. It's easier to kind of get a good team fight off. To me, DC, they're playing a fairly similar style as last game. Like, they're good at chaining one pick off into the next. I think Slardar makes your lineup like that. And you need to overperform compared to the enemy team. It looks like we're going to see the crossbows skills here on Invoker. The downside, if you're going for this build, is that your base damage is pretty crap. And that's why Ohio's hang out and help out Black a bit.
I mean, I guess this is the way that you can also deal with that co-op spam. Top lane, DJ is going in onto Owie here, and Owie has to walk himself all the way around those shards here. This bottom lane, so off lane Bulba, having to deal with Mushi and the potential arriving of Net as well when he comes his lane. He's got to be pretty careful here, because if they get a Stormhammer off and then they get the bring back with the Glimpse, once level 2 is hit on this Disruptor, it could be quite a scary lane here for Bulba on his own.
Yeah. The real cost of running an Invoker mid is that he needs help, and that's why Wyvern's there. And because Wyvern's there, the Slaughter gets to have a lot more room to farm on the bottom lane. So Boba taking advantage of the fact that he can't get to level 2 and perhaps even 3. Now he's kind of zone out Net a little bit. In fact, getting some experience in the jungle, so
he's making the best of this. Thunderstrike will be there from Net. They'll just force him back and out away from this. Top lane DJs are playing incredibly aggressive. You see trading his with Owie.
Alright. And that's where you just are sad because Skywrath Mage has 0 armor and ain't great.
Yeah, that's the thing. Once DJ hits level 6 later on, these punches are going to be huge against Owie.
Yep. Black is just like leveling up that Quas. He's like, I just want regen. Which is fine, but I imagine Queen of Pain is going to actually Ush aggressively coming in. Not going to get the kill or anything, but really zoning Black completely out of the lane. Meanwhile, the bottom lane, Biryu, looks like level 1 Glimpse, not able to get anything done. And again, Boba enjoying the fact that he can actually walk into the creep wave as a melee hero and get some CS. You can see Aoi trying to get that courier snipe on the mid lane, but I believe he is scouted.
Yeah, they've also got backup here, so Haya hangs around. The courier snipe's going to be unsuccessful. But worth going for, especially seeing as he was making the rotations anyway, picking up the 2 minutes. Rune. But yeah, the farm for Mushi at the moment, you're looking at 10 for 7 on this. Boba's not been able to do too much in terms of slowing it down, but as you said, the fact that Boba will still have the opportunity to be fairly active this game without a blink because of the amount of setup and lead-in that DC have elsewhere in the lineup.
Alright, a bit of bottle crowing on the mid lane. So far, neither support has really got too much done when it comes to kills, but obviously we do see stacking happening on the mid lane here for, maybe Invoker or maybe the Sven's going to clear it later. Neither hero is really good at clearing stacks considering that Sven has not level up Cleave, which this build is the common build nowadays, maxing Warcry pretty early into the game.
Yeah, I mean, some Svens as well, they tend to just put the 1 point in Stormhammer, but we've seen him put a couple in this game. And mid lane, the CS difference at the moment, 17 for 4, 12 for 2, so I assume they're being pressured a little bit by Ohio, still having the favourable time here on the Queen of Pain.
Yeah, the base damage difference is really not favouring Black. But He is going for EMP Tornado, which will be pretty amazing against Slaughter, right? One EMP, he's out of mana. Same thing with Juggernaut. Same thing with Earthshaker. So that's reason alone to go for the build.
Yeah, absolutely. And they've got the setup for it as well, with the Winter's Curse, Stormhammer, Kinetic Field, whatever you want to throw down. So
they have so much AoE.
It's, yeah. You can understand why Black's going this skill build.
Oh, in the river here, Net might be in a little bit of trouble. He gets scouted out. Boba's going to sprint in. There is going to be a fissure. The Crusher followed through, and the Glimpse, well, a little bit late here as the crush did happen here. Beery trying to get the body block. Blink in here, and Ush picks up first blood. Nicely done here.
And he's going to be very happy with his team for that one.
Looks like he's going to get a completed magic wand. Top lane. Aoi in a lot of trouble here. The stun is going to come through. Bring in the illusion as well. One more right click should do it, but the concussive shot slow helping him out. And of course, TC's going to come in here with the healing ward.
A little unfortunate there for DGA that he couldn't quite finish off that kill. And TC's farm at the moment, 28 for 15. He's been fine up here. Not a lot of the Tusk has been able to do to slow him down. But I think it's, yeah, so a lot of this is down to what Black can achieve on the Invoker this game. And as you said, he's been able to pull out all the stops in previous matches in this LAN. And them, you know, the side of Fnatic drafting it here in this very important game. They believe in the Black Invoker, and we'll see if they were right to do so as the game continues.
Yeah, so when Black's Invoker beat Team Secret's Meepo on the mid lane is he received a lot of help and a lot of ganks from his allies. This game though, Disruptor not the best ganker, and neither is Winter Wyvern, so I don't think Black is really getting that edge. In fact, it's DC supports that's a lot more effective. They got the first blood for the mid lane, and they're looking to actually punish Mushi. Sprint, there you go. There's that long range initiation. I talked about how the Slaughter could do a lot without the Blink Dagger. Nice Storm Hammer here. Ush already blinked. Can they actually get the kill on Mushi? They're chasing him deep. I don't think they will get the kill. The Crush is actually going to miss on Ohio, so that's a 4-man rotation that's doing absolutely nothing. And of course, Black says, all right then, I'll get some free farm on the mid lane.
That's very painful there for DC committing that much. And even with the amount of magical damage they have, just not enough. And top lane, TC trying to go for it here, but he's tanks up the tower quite a bit. DJ, he did go, he did have a mango there. I would have wondered if he wanted to try and pop back in. And there wasn't the mana here on TC for an Omni Slash. I kind of feel that he could have gone for that kill there, DJ.
Yeah, maybe he's respecting the fact that once Healing Ward gets dropped down, he doesn't really have a good way to kill it, being a melee hero, so he's just playing it safe. DJ's job here is to not get killed, but mostly just to get that level 6. So he's okay trading farm and just staying alive. I think Ush misplayed in that previous gank. He blinked too close to Mushi and just ate the Stormhammer. I don't think he was able to cast off his slow, and thus Mushi was able to survive.
And Maburi is still trying to make the rotations. He is still level 1 at 6 minutes in. It's not ideal. I mean, he can still obviously be very effective with the Fissure placements, but he's going to want to try and find himself in some more positive action. They've only found the 1 kill on the board so far. Oh, War's put straight up onto TC, but DJ, he's going to be careful here. Oh. TC, you want to move away from this because he can turn around with the stars. Oh, TC! What had he done there? He knew he was going to go for Beria. The crossbar was going to be there. He could have gone, I don't know. TC. TC.
I think maybe Beery should not have came into Vision. He should have dropped the Fissure and stayed out because he came in, there was a snowball target.
Yeah, I don't know. Never mind.
Well, they do get the 1-for-1 trade, but DJ's like, alright, I'll take that trade. Pretty easy. Oh, we see the LED screen being set up in the back.
Ooh. Oh,
nice stuff.
Looking very pretty. But anyway, so 2-1 at the moment if the side of DC. Bottom lane, the farm's still good for Mushi. He's top of the board in terms of CS, so let's have a quick look at the net worth here as it's all about the farm game. Fairly close here between the high rises at the moment.
Oh, Invoker actually leading in terms of CS. I'm very surprised by that.
Wow, he's just behind these guys in terms of CS, but yeah. But you mean in like net worth?
Net worth, sorry. Yeah.
That's alright. I got you.
Tornado on the middle. Actual blink away. It's a good little bit of harass. And I think Fnatic again, they're not supposed to be strong on this stage of the game, so giving away 1 or 2 kill is completely expected. When they're strong at is mid game. They're looking to use their AoE and seize fight control, and that's where heroes like Skywrath Mage and Earthshaker has to be on their game.
Oh, he's got to be careful there. He really can't reveal himself. Yeah, he's not going to. DJ was looking to see if he can find a follow through from Ohio leading in. Black just remaining mid. Looks like he's going to be going for the Orchid this game to try to deal with the flop. And Black! Is the reach going to be enough?
Yeah, it should be enough. I think Ush is looking for one more
gotta be
blink.
close. I mean, okay, at the same time. Alright, DJ solo kills Jug somehow.
Alright.
Alright.
That should not be happening.
That should not happen. Okay. Didn't expect that one. But somehow TC gets taken down again in his own jungle.
And that's
by a solo Tusk.
That's the downside of going for the Blade Fairy max build. If you have kind of got a couple more points into stats, he would have been able to use Omni Slash, and maybe the fight would have been a little bit different. Of course, we didn't see it. Mid lane though, Black.
Oh my god!
He's gonna survive again. No! Nice dodge here with the ghost, and here comes on the back line DJ, just picking up the trash. I mean,
talking about the trash? Nope. I'm only kidding, TC. I love you, really. But Omni Slash was a little bit
harsh. That's
Shots
harsh.
Fired. Nah, it's been a tough game for TC, but it's all right overall. DC, they still have the potential, and they've, the farm can step up, and the farm's not been bad. He's certainly been hitting the creeps. 59 for 18 at the moment. He's keeping on par with the farm here of Mushi on the Sven. At 3 for 2 at the moment here, and Black's Invokers we saw in the mid lane just really playing on the edge. He's knowing the limits of this hero.
Yeah, Black has been impressive. Here's the thing with Black, right? Like, he's actually gonna just sit in this mid lane and do absolutely nothing but hit creeps. But that's probably the best thing that he can help us team, because once he gets the Orchid,
ooh, those shards.
Yeah, once he gets his Orchid, everybody on the side of DC is a free pick off if they're by themselves. So that's a dangerous thought if you kind of equate it like that. Meanwhile, Fnatic knows that they're all they need to do is farm. And DC has not really been bringing the fight to them. Boba might actually die here. There is a level 3 glimpse available, but Nat doesn't really have backup. He's just looking to harass.
Yeah, and he's found himself level 6 now in the safe lane, as he's been soaking up the XP, so the next fights could be big. Top lane. He's got to be a little bit careful. Oh, he hasn't quite got the Winter's Curse online, but there's level 8 here on this Tusk. DJ seeing what he can do with a potential wraparound. TC, pop on the healing ward here. Shards as well. Not quite happy in terms of going in there. Where the Owie's hanging around on the sidelines. He's very nearly got this level 16. In fact, he does have it online now. Biryu smoked up, heading towards top. Ush is there as well with the backup. This could be a very good fight here for DC.
They need both of these skills. They just need it. It's a 4-man rotation. Here we go.
There's the Fisher out. Gets onto Ohio with the Scream as well. Mystic Flower to DJ. There's just Sonic Wave. Finds the Wyvern. They'll have a snowball coming out.
No, Owie, please!
Oh, Owie. And he doesn't get out of this though. So they do still clean up. They lose Owie for it, but a good trade nonetheless for DC. 2 for 1. And the smoke working out very nicely there from Biryu and Ush joining the fight on the top lane.
I mean, it's a 2 for 1, but you commit 4 heroes in a 2v4 situation. They need to get some tier 1 tower damage, and ideally you bring down the tier 1 and that'll be okay, but here comes that Invoker dropping out an EMP Tornado.
A little bit off the mark there with the Tornado. Bottom lane though, space has been created for Mushi, and he's looking to find himself a free tower here. He's got a lot of money in the bank. Does he stick around for this kill?
He's gonna get glimpsed.
Okay. Goodbye, Bulba.
Cannot TP within tower vision, or vision of all.
So does he go back in?
Yeah, he knows that there is no TP. Here comes the Stormhammer. Did not get dodged by TC. In fact, he's gonna go back and Omni Slash, but for something armor. In fact, I think they want to turn this around. TP out here by Mushi. The spin damage, though, it's there. That's a key kill.
That is a big kill there for TC.
Meanwhile, Ush giving a chase. Don't think it's gonna work out here.
He's got Owie and Bulba moving in as well. Bulba, in terms of getting his blink online, he's got 700 at the moment, so still a fair way to go here on the Slaughter. But this is looking alright here for DC. 5 for 4. Black is going to be the issue though. If he gets that Orchid online, which he's going to have it fairly shortly,
yeah,
then there's going to be that very volatile killing potential here from this Invoker with a backup.
Actually,
just one member.
DC's trying to sneak Roche. Is this going to work out here?
He might just get it. I mean, Amplify is a great spell.
Yeah.
Especially when you've got the right clicks of TC.
Well, he's actually not even right clicking that hard because he's max.
Oh, he's only got the 1 point though.
Yeah, he's got multiple points of healing words. So we're going to see that probably the Massive Madness build. And give Ush the age of that. So he's also going to do Orchid.
And Fnatic were smoked up. They were starting to move down towards it, but I just didn't quite expect the side of DC to head into the pit and take it like that. Top lane, you've still got the pressure from Black mounting in. At the same time, it's going to be DC looking for a tier 1 down here at the bottom. So making the trades. Tier 1 still standing in the mid lane, and Mushi is bringing the wave in.
I'm not sure whether trading against a mid-game lineup like Fnatic is a good idea, but DC needs to hit some of their own items as well. Boba, of course, with his Blink Dagger. Same thing with their use Earthshaker. It looks like DC is looking to defend this T1. They don't want to give it up without fight. Neto runs into the support. Aoi, you're in a lot of trouble. In fact, he's going to get, well, just completely bombarded on the right side. Fissure is good. Unfortunately, Aoi has already died. And
TC.
Like well, he's going to get glimpsed back, but
Blade Furies to cancel the glimpse here. Stormhammer onto Ush. The Static Storm gets thrown down here. Mushi trying to move forward. Tornado. Very nice done there from Black. Catches out Ush. Ush blinks out of it here. At the same time, they're chasing down TC. Mushi, DJ, and Ahio looking for the Juggernaut. Should be able to find it. The healing ward not enough on the back lines though. Buri and Bulba trying to do their best to clean up. Ush loses the Aegis, but they might be ready to just finish off this fight here, TC. They'll find the kill onto DJ. So they do actually come out on top of that, taking 3 heroes away. They do lose TC on the Juggernaut.
They lose. It's a 3 for 3 because you lost the Aegis as well. But the key thing is that they defended the mid tower. They could even deny if they want, and more importantly, they kill Black. So Black's Orchid timing will be delayed. Meanwhile, Queen of Pain's Orchid timing is
it's going to be sped up off the back of that. She's very, very close, only a few hundred away from picking up the recipe.
I mean, that's the benefit of sneaking that Roshan. You get those momentum from the fights. And that's just starting to be dangerous. He had an amazing Game 1 performance on the Shadow Fiend. Looks like to continue this performance with the Queen of Pain. Again, both of these teams fighting for the tournament lives. And they are settling it with best of 1.
I mean, Mushi at this point with the Mask Commanders to blink. What do you reckon he goes for next on the Sven? I mean, surely BKB's got to be something he's thinking about, especially against a team with like the Shaker, the Quap, and the Scarf Mage.
Yeah, I like BKB quite a bit as well. You can go for the blink if you want to initiate for his team.
Oh, he's already got the blink, hasn't he?
Oh yeah, never mind. Sorry. Yeah, he's gone blink first, right?
Yeah,
into the Mask
first.
Yeah, I think BKB has to be the choice next.
Mushi.
Oh, that's a free kill.
Okay, that ward. Okay, a bit of slow reaction
out of
Stormhammer. Yeah.
TP out. Oh, the Ukes. Meanwhile, though, Aoi in a lot of trouble. He drops the Static Storm. Here comes, though, the Snowball's going to pick him back up. Boba is going to get hit. Can he actually get off the crush? Nice Static Storm here by the Disruptor. Meanwhile, TC's trapped, and TC, can he use his ultimate? No, a little bit too late. Ush, though, cleaning up on IO3. DJ in a lot of trouble as well. The TP out looks like it will be finished. Oh! Close.
Jeez.
And I think the Bolt might follow him. No, he's good. He's regen back up.
Okay, I mean, again, another good fight there for DC. They lose 2, but they find 3, and they find Mushi as well.
Yeah, Ush, though, he's
he's
a big winner in these fights. In fact, he's got even an Ogre Club on top of the finished Orchid. Once that BKB is finished, all of that AoE supremacy that Fnatic had might just go right out of the window because there is a big fat Queen of Pain that you just can't lock down. So Ush might be the savior, the stand-in.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with Ush's performance in these series. You know, as you said just now, Game 1 Shadow Fiend was absolutely on point, and Game 2, the Quap, it's just as good.
Yeah, he's been at the right place at the right time. Picked up first blood in the bottom half of the river, be able to get a kill here and there with the Sonic Wave, and this is a snowball situation. So, Ush, let's see if he could continue to snowball away. One thing that he cannot do is get pretty cocky and like die once or twice, because he does have a pretty big streak, right? If you give it to Black, if you give it to the Mushi, it ain't great.
And bottom lane there, the pings were coming out as well. He was pushing out the lane on his own. There was backup from the side of Fnatic. And they do definitely have the catch potential to deal with this Quap, but it's just, yeah, he's been turned into the fights at the end, so most of the time Fnatic have already blown most of their spells on someone else on the side of DC.
Yeah.
And that means the Quap just has free reign in these fights. And we're at a point now after those fights, Slada. Bulba's managed to catch back up, and he has got that Blink Dagger now on top of the tread, so just another threat that Fnatic have got to be really scared about in these fights.
Yeah. And I think BKB will be Bulba's next item of choice. Black. Looks like he is ghost up and ready to hunt. And again, whoever he finds is a pick-off, but there is a Sentry Ward available. If Black walks in and just get Orchided, that could have been pretty bad.
Yeah, looks like he realizes that it's not worth going that close. And at the same time, another Blink coming out from the side of Fnatic. So DJ with now with the Blink on the Tusk. Let's see where they decide to head with this one, though.
Yeah, the Blink Tusk is actually very dangerous because you're setting up Punch into Static Storm.
This could be a solo kill. Yeah, straight away. Owie. Easy got it. Yep. Easy kill there for Black. I don't see a high in the middle of this all, but the crush is there. Static Storm is lovely. Oh, he blinked into it. Oh no, this is terrible here for DC. They'll get the snowball form, but maybe they can still turn. They take a lot of damage. Look at the Echo Slam out, and they will find the Tusk in return. So even though it was a beautiful Static Storm from Fnatic, they just didn't have the damage or the follow-up. And
where was Mushi in that?
DC just lived through it all. Mushi was
just hanging out.
Hanging
out.
out.
Blink dagger,
all
right?
I mean, if they had Mushi there, that would have been
or Black.
A team wipe.
Yeah, they needed just one more. The Static Storm was absolutely perfect. DJ was like, all right, let's go. And then he was not there. So a key pick here in the DC jungle. And they're looking to continue their, I guess, dominance so far. Roshan has to be the next contention point once it respawns. But right now, Black continue to look for pickoff. And I got to remind the viewers back home, in game number 1, Mushi's the jungle here. Very tanky, but looks like he is going to get brought down.
First, he's not in the fight, and second, he's getting himself taken down in the enemy jungle on his own.
Well, what a
great news for Fnatic.
2 games in a row, man. Once Sam picks up that blink, it's just nothing but go. Very impressive slaughter play.
Very.
Right, I don't know about that one.
It's a trap. And well, there's the turnaround. Amplify onto Black. He'll get bashed to high heavens. Now they'll turn onto Net, who just walks into the middle of it all.
That's a gem? Thank you for the freebie. You activated my trap card. Barrier's like, man, I watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Back on the bot lane here. Ush looking for some aggression here.
He's going to get it as well. This man's a dead man. 4 heroes dying in quick succession here for the side of Fnatic, and DC in game 2 just hitting their stride. And as you mentioned, just when Bulba gets that blink, DC pull out all the stops, they just go ham, they go for it, and Fnatic just don't have a way of dealing with it.
Yeah, and now they're rolling with the tier 1 towers. TC's really had a tough game, but looks like he's picking up some stats as well. Ultimate Orb as the second item of choice. I wonder if it's going to be some sort of like a Manta style. DJ showing off some moves, but looks like he won't be able to hold that T1 tower. Mushi thinking about blinking onto the low ground. He really wants BKB before he can take these fights.
Yeah, still needs that before hammer hit. Okay. Oh. Haven't got the follow-up. They couldn't get themselves into follow-through with Mushi's stun. And this is certainly looking tougher and tougher here for the side of Fnatic, and DC, when it matters most in this tournament, just stepping it up. As we can see the graph now to peel back off in favour of them. It's a 4K lead in terms of gold. XP-wise is around 4K as well. It's, you know, it's still one big team fight. If, let's say, if Fnatic get a team wipe, that will be negated. But
yep.
DC in the definitely the more comfortable position at the moment.
I think the big part of that last team fight wasn't the 2-3 random kills. It's actually the gem that they gave away. So that's about 1,000 gold swing, or actually 1,800 gold swing as well. And now DC is looking to get a lot more map control from it. And of course, that Queen of Pain BKB is already online. Can we check on the Roshan timer? All right, so this is a good point of smoke. Get a pick and go into Rosh. I mean, it's been the same game plan as game number 1, but it's been an effective game plan. And again, I want to remind the viewers is that remember Black Slark in game 1? Amazing farm. Did a lot during the early game, right? And then he just like went for these picks, and he just couldn't find picks. And then his net worth just dipped lower and lower. It feels like this is the same situation happening again. Do you feel that way, Owen?
Yeah, he had a great time in, well, not a great time, but an okay time in lane. Ush still did come out on top in terms of CS, but I mean, he hasn't died a lot. He's just, yeah,
he's
not
just
done
hanging
anything
out.
in return.
You know? It's just like, and now Mushi is gonna finish that BKB, which is great. You know,
but we've got to remember though, there's always the potential for Fnatic to just go in with a big wombo combo.
That is true.
One, you know, Static Storm followed in by Mushi.
We saw that 4-man Static Storm. Yeah.
So we know that the supports can hit it. They're just going to have to rely on the fact that the cores are going to need to be there to clean up. But if that happens, they still have a potential to take this fight against DC. But DC playing it safe. Mushi has now got that BKB, so something else to bear in mind when this next fight kicks off.
Very interesting item choice here from Ali. He's gone for the drums. And, you know, normally he likes his Rod of Atos. Ghost Scepter is not a bad choice this game. Force Staff is good, but he understands that this game, if they're winning fights, it's off of one kill into chasing into another kill and then another kill. And the movement speed from the drums activation will be very helpful in that regards.
Both teams very close to each other here. They'll pop down the stage, the pings are coming out. Bulba looking for the crush here. Actually turns it to Mushi, but Mushi's straight in with the Stormhammer. Bulba trying to get the amplifier out. There's going to be the Skyrim Blade, Mystic Flare coming out. The Static Storm being dropped. Bulba will go down. That's the gem on the deck. And then Yomi slash from TC. Cold Embrace comes out to Mushi. Now TC trying to play through from the middle of it all. Winter's Curse comes out from Aoi, but TC, he finds the kill onto Tusk. Stormhammer flies across. Ush spots the BKB, looking for the... to get a higher, he should be able to find it with the scream, and he does. Wicked sick kill streak here for Ush. He's looking to chase Black, but Black is out of there. Who picked up the gem here? It wasn't...
I think one of the dire hero picked it back up. It was back on the ground again.
Okay.
So maybe Aoi has it now?
So still a 2-for-1 trade there. They do lose Bulba. They find two heroes in return.
And looks like, yeah, Aoi's got the gem again.
Yeah, so he's got Black's gem back.
Alright, so wasn't the disastrous team fight. Slaughter essentially did nothing in that fight except tanked a ton of spells. Ush, of course, coming in big. The fact that they didn't even need to use Sonic Wave gives them a big morale boost. They can fight again right now if they want to.
Yeah, they're certainly sticking around here, the side of Fnatic. They want to go in. The Roshan, as you were saying, is pretty much what they're fussed about. You take Roche, you'll be able to power down a lane. And both sides have got a fairly good amount of pushing potential.
Alright, it looks like they're going to just go into the Roshan pit, knowing that the tornadoes cool down for like maybe 10 more seconds. And they're bringing it down quick. Amplify damage. Again, a pretty big deal in these fights. And of course,
can they get there in time?
Again, the AoE is scary, right? One Static Storm is all they need. Here we go. Oh man, it's not even fast enough. In fact, Ush aggressively pinking back and forcing out BKB from Mushi. TC's gonna get locked down. TC gets punched up. The Static Storm is on top. Is good. He's dead. Meanwhile, Mushi blinks forward. He finds Boba. Boba's gonna sprint himself out of there. Can he blink away? He does blink away, and now Mushi without BKB really trapped. Meanwhile, Ush is just trying to chase people down. He does get one. He still, no, he doesn't have the BKB anymore, but he still has the Aegis. Meanwhile, Mushi storm hammers down onto Ush. Ush still alive right now, gets one kill, blinks off, barely dies. Meanwhile, good curse here on Boba, bailing them out, and looks like the retreat here for Fnatic should be good, but another DC victory here. Sun's fan is smiling somewhere watching this game.
Certainly is. I mean, 21-11. They take the Roche, and they take a close fight, but still another favorable fight nonetheless. And Ush, I mean, what happened to the Ush that we saw the other day? This man's a different man. He's playing insane. 11 kills, 6 assists, and only died the once. He wants to win, this man. You can tell. He's giving it his all there, and it certainly is admirable. And TC as well was struggling early on, still struggling now, but he's making it up the board. You know, he's catching up with Mushi's farm.
I mean, he's essentially acting as the team's tank.
Pretty much, yeah. He leads in. A lot gets thrown down onto TC, so...
I think a build that maybe he could have went for instead of the Manta style was like a drums for his team. That's what we saw Ice did yesterday when he played the off-lane Juggernaut position. Was, you know, he didn't have the best time, but essentially all he did for his team was provide a ton of aura. So drums, I think Vlad's would have been great, because you know Ush is carrying so much of your team's damage that you can get away with a little bit more supportive item, but instead he's gone for the Manta style, which is a fine build, but I think he needs a little bit more HP beyond this.
Okay. We'll see what TC does decide to go for an okay. Here's Black picking up the Deso.
Ooh.
So going for that right click, going for the push now.
Not sure if this...
I mean, the later this game goes, they've got an Invoker, they've got a Sven, but I guess DC they do have... They've got the Jug, they've got the Slardar, and the way that Quat's playing, you know, Ush is going to still be a formidable opponent later on, and he's closing in on the AC gold.
Well, the Deso is going to be good against the Quat, because she is... you know, sitting only at 6 armor. I think what they're looking for with this Deso is that they're trying to get quick pickoffs whenever they stun somebody, right? If you storm hammers or curse somebody, they just want to get that one kill quick. That last team fight we saw DC's hero, aside from TC who died immediately, they all kind of just survived for a very long time. And I think this Deso helps you get those quick kills.
This could be the fight here if they decide to push out, but Fnatic, respecting the power here of DC, they're not going to go straight down the lane, they're going to look elsewhere. Maybe even try and wait for them to come over to them. And he's just a plate mail away from finishing that AC Ush, so just a few 600 to go. They're actually going to smoke and go. Okay, Fnatic wants a fight. This is going to be the be-all end-all. Mushi pops the gold straight, jumps straight in onto Ush here. Look at the damage. No, can't quite get it. The blink out from Ush. He's going to TP himself away here, so the Quap gets out. There's your TC steps it up at the time of need. And now Blink forward from Bulba.
Wow.
Gets the crush onto Ohio. TC coming in with the Blade Fury. And this is it. This man's stepping it up. Jimmy's channels his energy through Twitch chat, and TC's receiving it. Getting 2 kills there for the team TC. And nothing of any value being found for Fnatic.
That was a strong Mushi assist though. He turned on that Mask of Madness like, oh, Omni Slash coming? Let me give you a hand. No, he obviously turned it on for the Ush kill, but Ush blinked away at like 10 health or something. Calculated, as one might say. And now, DC is looking for that tier 2.
There we go. Get the push on. Mushi's down for 25 seconds. Doesn't have buyback. DC realized that they can take the fight each time.
What did Black's Defo do that last fight? I don't think he was even in the fight, so... I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, Echo slam straight onto Black.
Is this Rax?
With him down for a full minute and no buyback on the Invoker, it may well be. They've still got the Static Storm, they've still got the Winter's Curse, they've got to land a perfect combo.
Who's doing the damage? Like Sven is the only person that can do damage right now. And you gotta land like a 3
Okay,
Mushi's
but the BKB Rush, the Winter's Curse comes out onto the Quap. Blade from TC trying to move on to DJ. Mushi trying to chase this down, and look at the damage, can he get Bulba? Bulba incredibly low. He's gonna be able to get himself out. Warcry from Mushi as he tries to chase down Howie. Howie with the jukes! Oh, but Mushi catching him back with the vision of the creeps. Blinks back in. Buryu's cut right in the middle of the kinetic field here. They'll find the Shaker as well by the looks of it, so the defense is successful from Fnatic. They find 3 kills against DC. And Fnatic still holding here, even without the Black Invoker. They didn't get the Slardar, they didn't get the Jug, but 3 kills nonetheless. They'll be very happy with that fort.
I think DC underestimated Fnatic just like we did. They're like, you know, let's get the Rax. They're dead Invoker for a long time, but that AoE, like you pointed out, very clutch play. Even Ush with the BKB activated to block the Stormhammer, the curse on top was so amazing. Yeah, that was the first excellent curse that we saw this game.
That was a really nice curse. Yeah, just locking him down. And his BKB's got to be getting pretty low now. Okay, no, still 7 seconds.
I think Sven's BKB is getting pretty low as well.
That's actually true. Let's have a look at Mushi's. Yeah, it's down to 6. Slardar's about to pick his up. He's got the money for it here, Bulba. So we'll see what Sam can do with that.
I think Black would like a BKB himself. But
this game is stepping it up, and Fnatic just showing, I mean, we keep emphasizing the fact that they do have the wombo combo.
Yes.
It's always going to be hard for TC to try and push into high ground against the heroes that Fnatic have got. And that we just saw a very successful defense, and that was a 4v5. Imagine if they had Black there as well. I wouldn't have been surprised if Fnatic could have even team wiped the side of a DC.
Yeah, one thing I like to look for as is Black putting the alacrity on the Sven. Can you imagine that damage output? And of course the attack speed that Black.
I want to see some more. Yeah, okay, so he's got the crit in 2.1k.
Probably I want to say.
I think you got it. I mean, there's nothing more satisfying than just seeing a Sven just hit those huge crit numbers.
Yeah.
Daedalus could be beautiful though.
Of course, he could go for an armor item like AC as well, if he wants to pick up a plate mail to help himself out. But he's already got a ton of armor from his Warcry, so. For the most part, Fnatic looking for another big AoE team fight. They got all their ults back online. Can you give a check on the Roche timer?
Let's have a look at the Roche timer. It's coming up to the point where we're going to see how long it's going to be before it's back up. Tuska's got his BKB up now as well, so BKB's coming out left, right, and center for the side.
Meanwhile, TC's going to pick up like Scotty. It's like, you know what? I'm the frontline tank. Okay, let's get a little bit more HP, a little bit more stats.
It's not bad at all. It's going to allow him to just withstand the initial burst from Fnatic, and even if it's just keeping himself long enough, alive long enough to get out the Omni Slash, it's going to be very nice for TC.
Yeah. More importantly, he does actually run low in mana quite a bit. The extra stats will help against EMP Tornado should he get hit by it, so ain't so bad. And again, I think Barry needs to really step it up in this particular junction of the game, because he's really the AoE crowd control next to a Slaughter as well. So, Ohio looking for a curse.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Ohio's got the blink as well, and I think that's the reason why he landed such a good curse in that last fight.
Oh, here we go. Is this Mushi going in? Yep, get that Demon Edge. Get that. There we go. There we have it. Who needs buyback? Mushi doesn't. He's going all in for this one. 170 gold away from the completed Daedalus. This is going to be very scary for the side of DC. They've got to be able to kite out the Sven. or even just kill him, but the BKB is going to be a huge issue. They've got to rely pretty much on TC hitting a lovely Omni Slash, catching the Sven out on his own if Mushi goes for too much of an aggressive blink. And obviously with the Amplify on him as well from Bulba, if they can lay that down, they still have the potential to kill Mushi. But if he gets the jump, he gets the stun, he's going to be three-shotting some of the this kind of squishier heroes on the side of DC with a Daedalus and God Strength.
And I think that's exactly the reason why we do see Aoi trying to pick up a 4-stack.
Okay.
That's a 4-stack recipe in his stats, right?
Yeah, he's very close.
If you do survive that Stormhammer initiation, you know, get jump back out. The Fissure could help you as well, but here we go, DC looking for the smoke. Not exactly the kind of the best place to fight if they do find Fnatic, but Fnatic's nowhere close. I'd like to see one of the supports on the side of DC to lay down a couple of observer wards as you're kind of covering through the enemy portion of the map. Will help you set up the future fights a lot better.
DC, are they going to find this fight? Are they going to head over?
There's a double damage in the river. Oh my goodness, that could be huge. Looks like Black's going to pick it up.
Oh, why didn't they give it to Mushi?
Well, Mushi's got the BKB, so if he activates it, it'll dispel the DP.
Yeah, this might be a bit messy from DC. I don't think they want to go for this. Yeah, actually just going to TP straight out. Barrier will make it. DC back off. So unable to find anything there with that smoke. Oh yeah, this is unlucky. Unfortunate for DC. The fact that they've TP'd Barrier back to base. They're going to need him to get down here, but the damage is too much. And Fnatic, they'll take the Roshan straight from under the noses of DC.
That could be the game decider. That's the cheese on the Invoker as well.
Okay, Bob wants to fight straight in onto Black with the Fissure as well. Black's going to fall. That's the first kill here for the fight. Now, yeah, they're out there. TP out from Ohio. DJ, Net, and Mushi on the retreat. They'll glimpse back Ush, but Ush pots the BKB, and Bob is ready to chase. Crush and Amplify onto Net. Net's going to melt there to the power of the two of them. And they will find 2 kills off the back of it, so they lose Roche, but they do manage to take 2 heroes away from the side of Fnatic.
Yeah, they kill the Invoker, which is the key kill there. I don't think he's got the... He's used the cheese, right? The Invoker? I don't think he used it. Yeah. So he will have it for the next fight. DC will get a tier 2 tower out of this as well. But I think what DC should do after this is weigh out the Aegis. Really no reason to aggressively take a fight when the Sven is so fat. And they also get the gem back.
Should be completed, what, 4 stuff. Is this the completed Skadi here for TC?
Yep.
There we go.
He's starting to come on to...
Oh, I know, he's still not... Is he still orb short, isn't he? Yeah.
Doesn't he have an orb on him? No? Okay.
He did earlier, but yeah, it was just the mana stuff, so... He's getting there though, TC. He's certainly getting there.
Again, I think Slardar is really the hero for them that's setting up a ton of kills.
Yeah, Bulba's been having a right game. He really has, along with Ush. It was always going to be about the plays that Bulba and Ush could make this game, and they've been sticking to the plan. Some great stuff here by these guys.
And it looks like Ush is working towards a Cypher Vice.
Yeah, looks like it, and he's very close as well.
Yeah. The way that this game has been shaping out is that mostly Fnatic's got the better single target initiation. We see the Blink Stormhammer being used multiple times. But now with the Cypher picked up, they could actually go in and get something done themselves.
I think with that Cypher as well, DJ's got to really think about picking up potentially a Lotus Orb here, because if they can get in DC and Scythe, say Mushi on his Sven, suddenly that's a huge amount of the damage output lost for Fnatic, and it's going to be pretty much impossible for them to come out on top without that Sven hitting and critting and cleaving away at the side of DC.
Well, one thing he can do is the Blink Snowball play. Just get next to him.
Yeah, that's true as well, to buy the time for the duration and save him during that period of Hex.
But you're right. I think the Lotus Orb will be excellent, dispelling the amplified damage, the Hex like you said, and redirecting some of actually dispelling the Ancient Seal as well. Actually, Lotus Orb is the perfect pickup. Might be even better than the BKB on DJ.
He's still got a bit of dosh to work with, so if he does want to go for it, he can get it on in good timing.
Looks like Invoker has passed the cheese to DJ. What is Invoker picking up instead then? Maybe he needed the inventory slot? No? Is Black saying the DJ's Tusk is more important? Because normally you would just keep your cheese on the Tusk.
Yeah, I guess it's I mean, it must be looking to pick something else up and then hoping for DJ to pass it over in the fights potentially. Yeah. Just allowing DJ to control when it's going to be easier to pop.
Alright, Fnatic understands that their Aegis is about to run out, so might as well get something with it. And obviously, DC doesn't really want to fight. I mean, at this point, the game is still anybody's game.
Getting the vision here with the sigil, but Furyu's way out there with the blink. Bottom lane, DC looking for a push of their own. We'll see if either side's able to force the other back. Mushi's going to take down this tier 2 fairly quickly here on the Sven.
Bottom lane
coming out from Radiant. They want to defend this Fnatic. And it looks like DC don't want to fight, but it's actually a couple of TPs coming out which are forcing them to run back into here. Who's going to get the DD? Well, it's not going to be DJ. Omni slash Mystic Flare all thrown down. TC will pick up the DD. And that's tossed down for a minute or so. Does have the buyback available, and he might just need it here if the push comes in from the side of DC, but it looks like they'll hold strong and not look to go for anything too aggressive now at this point in time.
Yep, 3,200 gold here on Mushi. Is it going to be the AC next here for the Rogue Knights?
You know what we need to see?
What
we need to see the Rapier Sven.
That
would be the dream. But I don't think we're in that territory yet, are we? We're not in that territory
we're very far from that.
Fnatic still is... I mean, let's have a look how far behind, because I don't think it'll be that far at all. I mean, yeah, 7,500, 38 minutes in. It's really not a huge issue for the side of Fnatic. As we keep saying, still one team fight, and that will be easily swung back round in favour of themselves.
A really nice kind of halfway item that the Sven could pick up is the heart.
Yeah, heart would be good.
It gives you like over 1,000 HP, but more importantly, God's Strength gives you damage based on your main attribute.
Absolutely.
And the heart will give you quite a bit of extra damage there as well.
I mean, heart's what, 40 strength, isn't it? So it's what, an extra 80 damage essentially with the ult?
A ton of strength.
It's a ton of strength. There we go. Absolute ton of strength. And a ton of damage. That's exactly what we need to see Mushi picking up.
But do you feel like Mushi just need more damage? That doesn't really feel to be the case, right?
Sven always needs more damage, Lumi.
Alright. Okay.
Okay, AC, I guess is going to be the item.
More attack speed does equal more damage if he's actually hitting people.
Yeah,
so
nice with Black's build with the Desolator.
Yeah.
Getting the Deso on top of the AC for the team. And here's your smoke from Fnatic. This is going to be pretty important for them to find something with this.
The good thing for
smoke on smoke here. DC with the wraparound. So I don't think anyone's going to catch either one out here. But obviously,
they're both smoking to the enemy's tier 2.
I was going to say it works out for both teams, because even though they don't find a kill...
Well, who's going to chicken out first, right? Like, one team might TP back, one team might actually... In fact, the reverse wraparound here? DC is just not sure what they want to do.
Yeah,
they're going back and forth.
They're pretty confused where they've gone.
Alright, looks like they see the enemy top, so they're like, okay, we're going to go for tower. Actually, TC's teleport slows down for 30 seconds, so if Fnatic want to make a high ground play...
Let's see what they do here. Already playing safe, and yeah, they're going to back up. They're teeping out themselves, Fnatic, so...
And so is DC.
Yeah. So both teams tier 2 down, back up, and understandably being very selective of the fights that they take now at this point.
It could be your very last fight in the Nanyang Championship, so better choose it well.
I mean, Black, what does he go for now on top of the Desolator? I guess he's just going for the BKB so he can get out his combo in the fight.
Yeah. I still think that BKB was a better choice than Deso.
Okay.
But you know, he's thinking about helping Mushi to do a little bit more damage. In fact, looks like the heroes are running into each other. DC's got a blink. I really like this build.
The late game blink?
Yeah, the late game blink. Drop your Omni Slash. You're hitting very hard now. And honestly, the key heroes in these fights is the Winter Wyvern as well as the Disruptor.
Oh, they're not going to follow through that one. Oh, okay, they got the vision for the glimpse. All right, they certainly will. And Owie, that will be a free kill here. But now Black getting incredibly low. Winter's Curse. Now Mushi moving in with the setup. They get the Omni Slash, but the cold embraces there onto Mushi. Blink out from TC. Usher's going to get himself out as well. There's a buyback from Biryu.
Boba's dead as well.
Okay, this is big for the side of Fnatic. Certainly finding those 2 pickoffs here after they get Owie as well.
The Blink Echo Slam has to be huge if Fnatic decides to push on the high ground. And I honestly don't think Fnatic should. I mean, it is 2 hero dead, but... Well, actually, what I'm saying, it is 2 hero dead. Go for it, but it's a very risky push.
Yeah, this is going to be a hard defensive for DC. But it looks like Fnatic offering a little bit of mercy here. Yeah. Even though there's 2 heroes off the pitch, they're too scared to back it up.
Shaker could just win the team fight. Just like how we previously saw Team DC pushing into the Radiant high ground and got punished. They don't want to make the same mistake, so they'll play it safe. They enjoy the fact that they force out a couple buybacks, a couple of key ultimates.
Okay, I was kind of wondering if Fnatic would go for more, but It's, yeah, as you're saying, it's all about the safety at this point of the game. Really wanting to make sure that none of the teams overextend.
Tesla's up to Duque, so that Lotus Orb that you talked about earlier, could pick it up now if you want.
No, he's yet to invest in anything, DJ.
Probably saving for buyback. They understand that if you lose a big fight and if you don't have 3 or 4 buybacks at the ready, you could just lose multiple lanes of Rex.
And there's Fen with the AC now as well. We saw in the last fight how much damage he was able to get out without the completed AC. Now, with that armor reduction as well, it's going to be even nastier if they get a good jump in onto the side of the DC. And there's okay. Ags has been picked up here on Disruptor.
So even Ush now has to be extremely careful. Same thing with the Juggernaut. Can't really activate your items when you're hanging out within a static storm.
I guess it's kind of wait for Roshan territory really for both teams. And at least for DC, that's the plan. TC just keeps coming in to check it out. It's going to be a fairly short respawn time. Be up now in less than a minute.
Yeah, I like to see DJ scout a bit more with his Frozen Sigil. At this point of the game where Roshan is a big something, I feel like that's at least something that he could do for the team. Rose coming back in 9 and looks like Usha is going to scout it out. There's a very nicely placed double damage. They could just like get this Roche very quickly. Sunstrike.
Oh, it's just before.
I'm not sure if the vision faded just... Oh, they ping it out.
Yeah, it was very close. They're fortunate to see that because they've got to make a beeline straight over.
They got to come quick.
He's going to be there on the way. Maybe he's going to do the "You shall not pass" Fisher. It doesn't matter. I mean, the damage is as expected with the DD and the Amplify. Fnatic just don't even have a chance in getting there quick enough, and DC will pick that up. Fnatic still pushing out in the mid lane.
Who has the cheese?
Who's the cheese? It is Ush on the quad.
Oh, he's thinking about jumping in with a Hex. Okay, Fisher is going to be
go.
Does have Echo if he wants to
Gotta
drop
be
it.
so careful. TC going in. TJ puts the BKB, trying to turn around. The Static Storm is out. Mushi with the damage onto Ush. Ush gets full stuffed away here. Will blink out. They'll keep the combo alive. Very ages. Look at this damage down. They catch Mushi though under the Mystic Flare. They've killed Mushi on this fan. TC gets the Blade Fury out. Now they're trying to chase for more here. Can they get anyone else on the side of Fnatic? The Ice Shard's very nicely stopping the aggression from DC. They've got to go for the walk around here. They've still got Vision of Ohio here with the Amplify. Ush looking to finish off the Wyvern, and he should be able to do it with his next blink. No, Wyvern gets the blink out at the same time. DJ being chased down by Bulba. The Ice Shards get thrown out. Bulba, could he catch this? Yes, he can. Gets the blink, gets the crush onto DJ. They'll be able to clean that one up here as well. 3 heroes down on the side of Fnatic. They only lost Buryu there on the Earthshaker. And a very good fight for DC and Fnatic. We saw them nearly get Ush, but he was able to just blink himself away. And the fact that he had that cheese, allowing him to re-engage. And DC just playing the engagement smarter.
That fight looked a lot closer than it was as well. They actually got the Aegis and the Sheets, like you said, so...
I mean, this has got to be buyback central for Fnatic, because they're going to lose racks here.
DC walking up in the high ground actually got a Paladin evasion for Winter Wyvern buys back. Rift is being forced out. I don't think DC is backing off with the Winter Wyvern buyback, and there is that touch buyback, so should be very happy with what they got from DC. Well ahead into this game now, and they just need to clutch it out, right? Like, I think Fnatic, to me, the players still have much more experience than DC's player, but DC's also working with a much bigger lead.
Yeah, let's have a look at that lead at the moment. It's been up and down, up and down. I mean, it's 10k, but you know, still not the end of the line here for Fnatic. Actually, going to be a halberd here picked up by Sam on the Slardar. It's going to be very nice, especially in a game where Sven, of course, gone down to 5-second BKB. Yes.
And I don't think Invoker's got that BKB.
He has not. He's got a lot of money saved up, in fact, here. Let's have a look at the buyback statuses from both sides. It is, okay, not that many on the board available at this point in time. I think we'll keep that up because that's going to be the key point really in these next fights. Who's going to be able to have those second wins, and Fnatic actually starting to get a push once again over onto the enemy territory, even though it is only Mushi who has a buyback here, so this fight could be very costly if they lose heroes. But Fnatic, they want to do it. They're hanging around, looking for a jump, and here we go. Winter's Curse onto Ush. There's the follow-up. Mushi gets the Storm Hammer as well. Ush, can he get himself out? No, that's going to be the quad down. He does have buyback here on the Queen. Fnatic Field is going to trap out Owie. Do they jump in for more here? Play it carefully. They're going to go. They've got the glimpse. It's only a short one. Now he will be able to force himself back up to the high ground. So Ush, the only casualty at the moment, does have buyback. Hasn't been forced to use it yet. We'll see if Fnatic are able to continue to pressure. Got strength now back on cooldown for 50 seconds though. But even without that, they've still got a lot of damage. Static Storm wasn't used here by the Disruptor. Black's got his full combo ready to go. But Black's not really been part of most of these fights. I mean, it's 19 kills here for the side of Fnatic. Overall, he's only been involved in 4, so some very passive play from Black this game. Just playing as safe as possible.
I mean, it's been a very passive game in general for both of these teams. They're looking for random picks. And very tactical positional play overall. And it looks like Fnatic looking for yet another pick. And pick is all they got, because this is going to be a 3v5 mid if they want to take this fight. Ohio's got the curse. No, it's on cooldowns for a little bit.
Do they jump in with the Static Storm? If they get the Static Storm out there as well, but Owie with the force out, but the glimpse is still there. Bringing TC back into the Static Storm. DJ comes in as well, and that's going to be the joke down. There's a buyback now coming out, but the Echo Slam from Buryu catching out DJ, getting mushy as well. Cold Embrace is not going to save this Sven. There's the Hex onto Ohio. They'll chase this down as well. They've found 2. Make that free here from the side of Digital Chaos, and there's no buyback on the Wyvern or the Tusk here for 70 seconds. And now DC will power down the mid. And this is it. They don't have TC for 60 seconds, but at this point it doesn't matter. They've still got a fair bit of pushing power with the AC, the Demon Edge on Ush. He can't die here though, but I don't think he's going to be too much of a risk of doing so. With 3 down on Fnatic, Mushi is going to be almost certainly be forced to buy back here. Black's going to try and do his best with the defense, but this is a huge opening now for Digital Chaos.
Yep. Although they definitely have to respect the Sven buyback, because things could go south very quickly when the Sven is involved. Of course, Black trying his best to kind of delay this push, trying to preserve that buyback, but DC is saying, man, show me the buyback or I'm going to take your Rex.
Now this is going to be mid-Rex going. There's no fortification. Digital Chaos taking one for the team. 15 minutes in, breaking the base, and they'll head towards bottom. Mushi has bought back now.
Time to go.
Yeah, you don't want to mess around with this lineup. Lucky, but 20-33. DC after that fight as well. It's up and down still. I mean, Fnatic are holding. They do lose 2 HP here. That's going down fairly shortly. So pretty much the full set of racks. And as E-Blade on Owie now.
That's huge.
E-Blade on Owie.
Of course, everybody's thinking about the offensive capability, but I think the true benefit is that you could shoot it on somebody that's got initiated by Stormhammer. So now you have Force and the Ethereal Blade to save somebody from Sven. How many DDs have we seen?
A lot. A lot indeed, Lumi. DD gaming.
Alright, this time at least it's on a Tusk. Actually, his punch will hurt so much.
Alright, Black has got the BKB now for this next fight, but the buybacks are running low for both sides. DC looking to be in the better position in terms of getting those buybacks out, and 2 of them is just monetary issues, so you know, if they do find a couple of kills before going, they will be able to join back in. But they've got to pull something big out of the bag here, Fnatic. The last few fights all going the way of Digital Chaos.
Just one fight. Again, you just need like one fight where there's a massive crit on Sven. And you can feasibly just win the game from that. But right now, DC is taking control of the entire map essentially. And here we go, that one fight they're looking for.
This is the be-all end-all really with the smoke. If this goes bad for Fnatic, we could see them being eliminated from the Nanyang Championships. There we go. Haya moves forward.
Well,
the illusions.
Fridges just got used by Barry to farm.
DC, do they want to try and come into this one and catch Fnatic on the back foot? But no, Fnatic, they realise that this is not the smoke. They're going to play it safe. At least the time being, heading towards the mid lane. Pink's coming out into the dire jungle. Got TC frontlining at the moment, but blinking himself out as well, so Fnatic won't find anything here for the time being.
No. Can we check on the timer on the road? Since this is a fairly passive game. Looks like we're going to get it respawn very quickly. You see that both teams are kind of halting their item choices, starting to pick up buyback and whatnot. Even the support is saving a ton of gold.
Got a fair bit here on the Black and Invoker. See what he goes for next. 2k at the moment in surplus.
I really think they need a Hex.
It's all in time. His buyback's on cooldown for 4 minutes. He says, let's just fill up that inventory. Moon Shard is never the item. Just the illusions here at the moment. TP out here from Bulba. He's the only one to hang around. Fnatic, this is such a tense portion of the game. Fnatic need one more fight. But if they can win, they can bring it back round. But if they lose that fight,
very well lose the game here against the side of Digital Chaos. Bulba now sitting on 3k. Sense of surplus, he's got 1 at the moment. And here we go, we'll see the Russian timer, and yeah, it's up. It's up now. This is fantastic for Digital Chaos, not so great for Fnatic, unless Fnatic can get themselves over to the pit in time. Are they going to be aware this happening? Yeah, the sun strikes out. Okay, Fnatic are going to make a beeline straight for it. DC have got to be so careful about this.
Roche is dropping pretty
Too
low.
much.
Oh god!
You saw what happened to Cedar at TI5. He's going to get himself out, but they're still in there. They're going to commit for the Roshan here. They'll find it. And Mushi, oh! He gets the stop back onto 2! Biryu and now he's a fall. They'll look for TC as well. They get the snowballs to the wall space. The Sonic Wave comes out. He will manage to get off the Omni Slash. The Static Storm's been thrown down. Black just kiting Bulba. Turning around with the right clicks with the Deso. Bulba, he's going to fall higher. Blinks forward, gets a double kill. TC, he's the one left alone in this fight with us. They do find the kill onto him. Evoker flies back. Mushi being kept alive by the
my god!
And he's just going to outfight. No, TC will come out on top. Double kill for TC. The buyback from Bulba. He's the real man of this fight. Gets the crush in. And now, this could be the end of the game for Fnatic. They'll lose net as well. 4 heroes on the sidelines. Bulba with the buyback helping to secure that win for DC. And now they're just power down the mid. Only the Wyvern with buyback available. He will use it straight away, but Blackie's got to do some next level Harry Potter shit really here if he wants to hold the base.
He's a wizard. He's got 3k. You might as well spend your build. I mean, you got your buyback. Buy a 4-stat, buy something, anything. Blink Dagger. Let's go. Black, you got 3k. Alright, he's got Ogre Club. I'm not sure what that he's going to turn into.
Nice. Yeah. There we go.
Do something, Black.
He's got to do something.
Summon Force Spirits. Anything. Back, please. Alright, Sunstrike probably not the spot you want right now.
Oh, this is so rough here for Fnatic. This could be it. Black getting caught out by the crush.
Oh
These
my
crashes.
god!
Oh, but he's dead! Black out of the fight. And this is going to be it, almost certainly.
DC, they're doing it!
Oh.
NA Dota!
This is it. DC take the win.
I never doubted them.
Yeah.
DC, you're the best.
Yeah, this is... I mean, he's trying his best, DJ.
DJ's got it. Alright, DJ.
Alright, GG.
GG
Fnatic
gets
tap out. Fnatic are going home, and Digital Chaos make it through to the playoffs, keeping themselves away from that bottom spot in the group. And NA Dota, Lumi,
yes.
What are your thoughts?
NA Dota's always living on in our hearts.
Yep.
And now they're living in the flesh.
Thanks for that, Lumi.
It's a pretty rarity, you know. Like,
that was a beautiful quote.
NA Dota a lot of times just dies. But they're not dead yet.
Yes, indeed. Well,
right.
Yeah, I think you're bang on there, and DC have done it. 2-0 for the guys here. They pull it through at the end of the day. I've got to be honest though, for me at least, shout outs to both Bulba and Ush. They did some heavy work in those games. That was some beautiful stuff from the Slardar. Some great stuff there from Bulba and Ush as well. He just outdid himself on the quad this game.
Shout out TC for a lot of tanking.
I think TC is innovative with what he does as a carry. It's very different, but it works out in the games that matter. And
all right,
2-0 for DC, ladies and gentlemen. They're going through. Fnatic are going home. And, well, that's it for me and Lumi.
Yeah.
I believe we'll both be casting or being on some panel elsewhere, so do keep watching the Nanyang Championships. We've got more games around the corner.
We have some great games today.
We have some great games. There we go. I'll quote you on that, Lumi.